Hi, this is Vaughn New, and I'm here to give you a little tour today of the Releasing Ministry Alliance. I'm the software developer and the technical side of the project, so I thought I'd take this opportunity to kind of show you where we're at and give you a sneak preview. What we're looking at right now is the home screen, and you'll see here that we have a menu up here and a big hero image and that changes, and that's really to speak to our two audiences. The two audiences that we're trying to reach here are, first of all, people who are looking to invite or to support ministries, invite them into their meeting or their lives and support them through donations or through other kinds of ways of supporting them. And then the other audience is people who are actually carrying ministries to give them a way to uh, promote and also to ask for what they need in order to fulfill their ministries. So as you come down here and take a look down, you'll see the next thing that we see is a nice little carousel that is giving us an overview, and these are the latest ministries that have been added to the site. Keep in mind that the ones that you're looking at here are not real. They are just ones that I made up for testing purposes. If we scroll down a little bit further, you can see again now we're talking to our two audiences. We have a little bit of a how it works, and we have a minute message here explaining for someone who wants to support or invite a ministry what their options are and what they can do. And for ministers, it tells you what their steps are if they want to add their ministry to this database and begin to promote and ask for what they need. And then here at the bottom, we have a way to support this project itself. This website is both mobile and desktop, so what we're looking at currently is the desktop version, but we also have a mobile version. That's actually responsive, so as you size your device, it just automatically reconfigures itself. So here, instead of a menu, we have a hamburger menu, and on the main desktop screen is also present and working here on a phone. I'm going to switch back over to the desktop version to show you some other features. I think the part that I'm most proud of is the directory page here. So when we go to the directory page, what we'll see is, first of all, a list of the topics that a ministry might cover. And we have quite an extensive vocabulary of possible topics. The ones that are displayed here are showing only the ones that actually have assigned, only the ministries that have had that vocabulary term assigned to them. And then over here on the right side, we see a map which shows the pins for the location of each of the ministries that are currently in the directory. If we click on one of these, then we get another page for just the ministries that are about this particular topic. So in this case, I clicked on worship, so now we're going to see only the ministries that that touch on the topic of worship, and you'll see them here. I have a kind of a display pattern where I'm making what I call cards, and each ministry is displayed as a card, and you can see a little a title, a little thumbnail of a video, or an image if they don't have a video uploaded. And then we have the name of who is carrying the ministry and a little description. What you see here is you might notice that some of these don't have a name, and that's because one of the features that I've put in is giving every person who creates an account on the site has the option to set their own privacy settings. So if a person is, the three settings are they could be public, as we see here, Oscar Bittman and Vaughn New are public. They could be private. We don't really know who this person is. The other option is it could be only available to people who are logged in. So members of the public could not see the name, but anybody who creates an account would be able to see the name. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a little bit. If we go back to the directory here, the speed of this is a little on the slow side because it's running on my development server and not on a real production server. We come down here, we have a little feature box showing the latest, the newest ministry that's been added. And then down here we have more tiles or cards for all the ministries that we have. If we were to click on one of these now, you'll see the actual ministry page. And one of the things about this is that it's set up so that if a minister wants to invoke all the features that we have to offer, it will. But if they decide not to use one of the components, then it simply doesn't display. So, for example, here, if we take a look at this ministry, Sounding the Divine, which, by the way, is my actual real ministry, you see here links to support or invite that ministry, ways to share it to Facebook or other social media, the name of the minister so that we can go and look at that person's profile if we wish to. And then down here we have a description, and we have tabs for other information that that minister will upload him or herself. So this person can add videos. If they have an accountability structure such as a travel minute, they could add that here. And they even have a way to put in little bits of news that if they want to use to keep track of their, to help inform their supporters of what they're up to. If we go click on the minister's name, then we can see a public-facing profile for that person, including where they're from, what meeting they belong to, an image, and a bio, and then a list of their ministries. You get a much different experience if you log in. So I'm going to go ahead and log in now. And once I log in, you'll see that I have a few additional options. For one thing, you can ignore this black menu at the top. That's because I'm currently involved in programming it, and so that's just an administrative menu, but that would not appear to most people. But now if we go back to the directory here, and look at these names, you'll see this one is still set to private, but this one we couldn't see before and we can see now because it's available only to members. Now if we go back and look at one of these ministries, what we'll see here is we have some additional options. Now that I'm logged in, I also have the ability to add this ministry to my favorites, or I could send this person a message. And that would go through the site, it would show up on their dashboard, and we would also send out an email to the minister. I'm going to click Add to My Favorites, and then I'll show you what that does. Now if you come up here, you'll notice my menu missing. I come back up here. And if I go to my dashboard, this is a little bit of a bug right there that you will always see another bug when we're working in a work in progress like this. And here's a dashboard for myself. This is the place that I would come where I would actually maintain my account and see what I'm up to. So I would see my public profile, I could go look at it, I can update my information, including my private information that never gets shown to the public, but that a releasing ministry will need to know about. See a list of the ministries that I carry, and here's a way I can go and edit them. And notice I just clicked on favorites, and now there's the favorite that I added to my ministries. So I hope that gives you a little brief overview of some of the work that's being done. And I really enjoy working on this project, and it's coming along nicely. The things that are up on the queue, the issue queue to work on next are the forms and workflows for users to create their own ministries, and also for donating and sending messages to ministers. So that's up next on my workload, and I hope you've enjoyed this sneak preview. Thanks a lot.